All right, hey team, welcome welcome to our Wednesday night call. Tonight is September 12th, and we are going to be talking about following up. But before we get started on all that, I wanted to go over a couple of quick announcements and things in case you guys haven't seen it. First things first, Daily Sunshine is marked down to $99 for the remainder of the year. So the coach price is $75 and the customer price is $99. Now, because they have marked down the price, this will not, if you get just a bag of Daily Sunshine, that's not going to be enough for your 90 PV that you need for the month to lock in Success Club. So make sure that you guys keep an eye on that with that change. I hate for you to order it, think you're good, and then find out, crap, I don't have enough PV and I didn't hit Success Club. So that price is lowered for the remainder of the year. Second thing is the Lift 4 Challenge Pack is still on special until the end of the month. And then I'm assuming they're going to do something for Shift Shop Proving Grounds. Nothing's been announced that I am aware of yet. So keep an eye on your Coach Online office. They'll probably announce on the National Wake Up Call as well. The big thing. Did you guys see the post I made in the team page today about the pumpkin spice Shakeology? If you guys haven't posted about it, I don't even care if you don't like pumpkin spice. I'm not a big pumpkin spice fan. Like, it's not really my jam, but it's every other person's jam. So if you choose to be like, well, I don't like it, so I'm not going to post about it, you're making it about you and you're not making it about other people. Some people may have been like, I don't want to try Shakeology yet for whatever reason, but they hear pumpkin spice. They're like, count me in. And when you do the math, it's like, it's a little bit more expensive because it is a limited, and I think it's $74.95 for 14 packets. And I've had people like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, you probably buy like a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks that costs like $6 with a quadruple shot, and it's nowhere good for you. So sometimes you have to break down the price per person. So if you've been the coach that's like, well, I'm not posting about it because I don't like pumpkin spice, you're making it about you and you're not making it about the other people. I literally laid out everything for you if you don't know what to post. I gave you 4 post options. I gave you 4 pictures to choose from. I shared the message that I share with everybody, the follow-up that I share with everybody, and then the follow-up for the follow-up that I'm going to share the day before, which goes perfect with today's call. So what I do recommend, guys, is make sure you have your list of people. I have created an Excel spreadsheet so I can go when it's released and plug in everybody into share a cart. So make sure you have your list of people. I even sent out an email to all of my personally sponsored coaches offering to set it up for them. You guys can do that now. You can set up orders for your coaches. This is limited and it is going to sell out. So if you think you can just wait till the day of to post about it, you're not. And you're probably going to miss out on helping people because yes, it's limited, but maybe it's going to be the first time that somebody's tried Shakeology and they love it. So you can get them hooked on vanilla and come up with a pumpkin spice recipe for them to drink, because a lot of coaches do that this time of year. I'm sure Jill Kelly can hook you up with the recipe. She's like the most basic bee I've ever met. And I would say that with love. If she was on this call, she would totally understand where I'm coming from, but she loves pumpkin spice. So I'm sure she has a recipe for it. This is a way to introduce people. They can buy 5 in one order and no more than 20 per account. So they could order up to 4 times if they really wanted some pumpkin spice. And I urge you to order it as well. For coaches, it's $55. You can sell it. You can sell it to people that maybe didn't have a chance to order it. If they ever bring it back, you can use it as a prize, whatever it may be, and it'll make you active as well if you're not currently an active coach. So if you did not see the post on the pumpkin spice that I put in the team page, go read it over and make a promise to me that you're going to post by tomorrow evening. Please don't be the person that waits till Sunday. Like, don't be that person, okay? Can we all like raise our right hand and say, I will not be that person. I will not be that person. I will. Thank you. Everybody raise their hand that's actually on the camera. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. There will be a team call next week. And then the week after that, there is no team call because 10 of us will be in Utah for our team retreat. And yeah, I know. I'm so excited. A lot of you guys that are on this call are actually going. Emily, Laura, Heather, Lisa. Heather and Lisa. Bill was like laughing. He's like, it's going to be like a friend high school college reunion because he went to college with Emily. I don't know if he knows Laura, and obviously he went to high school with you and Lisa and Heather. So he's like, yeah, this is going to be a nice little reunion. But it's going to be fun. So there's going to be no team call that week. Okay, guys. That doesn't mean you can disappear off the face of the earth and not work the business. Any questions over everything I just went over? No. And also make sure you watch the video that I shared in the team page that Carl did. A little more obsessed. They're adding 6 workouts in October. Yeah, but only if you have an HD order. So if you don't have an HD order, you have to wait till January. Okay. All right. We're going to get into this. I was going to try to do slides, guys. I'm sorry. There is no slides, but we're going to talk about how to follow up and how to rock your follow-ups. I think I called the topic of this call, how to slay your follow-ups, but do I look like somebody that says slay? No, I don't think I've ever used that word once. So we're not going to start tonight. So first things first, guys, and I need you guys to be completely 100% honest with me. Now you're going to raise your hands. It's okay. Don't worry about it, Tatiana. We're just getting started. We went over some announcements. So the recording, just listen to like the first 6 minutes of the call. How many of you, when somebody says, I'll let you know, how many of you drop it and you do not follow up with them? Be 100% honest with me. Oh, good. So all of you, oh, Heather, thank you. I was like, y'all are lying if somebody doesn't raise their hands. I don't know if you guys have heard this quote before, but your fortune is in your follow-ups. You have to follow up with people. And I know we don't like inviting, and half the time we don't like following. Okay, don't even worry about it. I remember that. Seems like yesterday, and it wasn't. It was a year ago. Sometimes we don't want to follow up. We don't want to be that person. We don't want to be that person that's nagging that person. But you have to look at it from a different perspective. You're not nagging them. One, you're showing them that you weren't just after a sale and you didn't just send them a message to send them a message. And 2, you're showing them that you're here to stay and that they can trust you. You're legit. You're not going anywhere, and you want to build trust with them. And also, to me, it shows that you truly care about someone. When someone says, okay, yeah, I'll let you know, and you never follow up with them, you're just another MLM. You're just another direct sales company. That's all you are. Out of the blue, someone messaged me was like, hey. I'm like, hey, how are you? It's my mom. She's like, oh, I need to meet a quota. Can you order some stuff for me? Hey, I'm doing good. Evelyn's doing really good too. Yep, she's almost 11 months now. Yeah, things are crazy going to Salt Lake City. Thanks for asking. How are you? I didn't respond. The next day, she's like, hey, did you have a chance to read my message? I really need to meet my quota. Today, she sent me the same one. Girl, I appreciate your hustle, but let's not just be like that. So don't be that person. If she would have started with the proper steps, I definitely would have helped her out and I would have ordered something because her follow-up game was awesome, but it went about the wrong way. So make sure, obviously, the people that you're following up with, people that you somewhat have some type of relationship with, they probably have already shown an interest in your group and your coaching, X, Y, and Z. So yeah, Felicia, aren't they the favorite? One girl's like, are you ready to give up carbs? I'm like, no. Have you met me? I eat waffles every single day. I just put out a quote the other day, or a cup that says, I would give up carbs, but I'm no quitter. Truth. So let's talk about this, guys. Persistence can turn to a no. So this is my first main point that I want to go over with. Persistence can turn into a no. Most of you have heard my story. Not all of you, because I know there's some new coaches on the call. I said no for an entire year. I said no after I lost 50 pounds. I said no after I sent every single friend of mine to go buy Turbo Fire from my coach. I just kept saying no. I wasn't interested. I just said no. And another example, I reached out. I remember I followed Chelsea Pearson. You guys know who Chelsea Pearson is, and Rob Pearson from Shred Nation. If you don't, they're really awesome. They're 2 Beachbody coaches. They met through Beachbody and they're married. They're awesome. But I actually reached out to Rob and I was like, hey, I want to join one of your challenge groups. And he told me I had to commit with the challenge pack, and I disappeared. He never followed up with me. If he would have followed up with me, maybe I would have been on Shred Nation. Who knows? But my coach for an entire year followed up with me every single month. And I don't know if I said yes to her just because I was annoyed, or I said yes just to say yes. I don't remember my reasoning, but I finally said yes. So when you're like, well, they said no, you're going to follow up with them again and again and again. And I'm going to go over that in this. But you need to remember, everybody's not going to join right away. So for example, Lisa Douglas, I've known her before I became a coach, and she just joined me 2 years ago. I'd already been in the business for 3 years. So it just goes to show you people aren't going to always join right away. Sometimes it's going to take time. Sometimes it's going to take, they're just not ready and they need to know that you're not going anywhere. So when they are ready, they can come to you. And that's why you have to be consistent on social media. You have to be consistent on sharing your stories. You have to be consistent on sharing your journey. You can't just disappear for a week at a time and think people are going to want to join you, because those people that you've been following up with, they're going to notice that you quit sharing your workouts, that you disappeared, that you were that person again that said you were committed, but then you disappeared. So you have to quit being that person and start being the person that is committed and being consistent. Tracking. How many of you are in my 15-star mentorship? Tatiana is, Emily is, Laura, Felicia, Sarah Ponto is, Emily is. So there's a couple of you on this call that are in my 15-star mentorship. Every single Thursday, I ask for a tracker. It can be a BAT. Did you guys know there's an entire album with Did you guys know there's an entire album in the team page that has trackers? All right, that makes me feel really good. Did you guys know there's a bunch of albums in the team page with a ton of resources available for you? Okay, yes, thank you. There's a tracker one, guys. It's called Power Hour. Go check it out. Find one that works for you. If you can do pen and paper, awesome. If you come to me and you say, oh, I don't need a tracker, I remember all in my head, I'm going to call bull crapola. There is no way you can remember every single conversation you have started in your head. Would you go to your, I think every single one of you on, almost all of you on here have a full-time job. Being a stay-at-home mom is still a full-time job, but like out of the office in work. Would you remember every single thing that you did at work? Would you remember every single appointment or every single call that you may have to make? Chances are no. So why would you do the same with Beachbody? You have to track your business. So if you have not been tracking your business, you need to make a vow right here, right now, that you're going to start tracking your business. Because if you come to me, and I'm going to pull I'm going to just pick on Tatiana real quick. She messaged me the other day. She's like, hey, can we do a one-on-one? I said, I need a BAT. She's like, all right, I'll come at you next week because I'll have one done. I am not going to take time out of my day. And I know that sounds really selfish to do a one-on-one with someone if you're not even tracking your business. Because as much as I love you, that doesn't show me that you're consistent. And I need to know that you're consistent. So you need to track your business because you cannot remember it all in your head. And if you think you can, what are you, like Sheldon Cooper and have like a what is it called? Photographic memory. Okay. So there's a team album. And this is also what happens when we don't track our business. What do? We get on our phone when it's our power hour time. What do we start doing? We start scrolling our Facebook messages to see who we have to follow up with. We start scrolling our Instagram messages to see who we have to follow up with. Waste of time. It's the truth though, isn't it, guys? Like that's a waste of time. If you have a tracker, what do you have to do? Oh, I got to follow up with Felicia today. Find Felicia's message. That's all you got to do. So you got to track your business, okay? And then also you need to quit comparing your journey to somebody else's journey. And I say that because a lot of times people will look at trackers and be like, oh my gosh, you started 43 conversations the other day. And then you start to play the comparison game and you think, well, I need to do more. Maybe your goals aren't their goals. Maybe your season of life is not their season of life. Maybe you can't give as much time as they can give. So you cannot compare your numbers to somebody else's numbers when it comes to a tracker. Okay, guys? And figure out what works for you. I'm a pen and paper girl. Shocker. I know. But I'm a pen and paper girl. I have like 50 notebooks. I have 5 planners. I sometimes I have a tracker on my phone. I've tried Streak. I've tried Teamsy. I've tried them all. It does not work for me because I am sometimes on my computer and I'm sometimes on my phone. So I'm a pen and paper and I am an in my notes person. Figure out what works for you and stick with it. Don't think you have to try every new system that somebody else has posted. If it works for you, stick with it, okay? Let's talk about creating a monthly master list. So I do this as well. I do it in my notebook. And you're going to create 2 columns. You're going to create a challenger column and a coach column. And you're going to put names of these people throughout the month. So we're in September. So you're going to start making your master list for October. And the people that are saying, you know, this month's not a good month, or maybe you followed up with them 2 or 3 times already, you're going to put them on the monthly list and you're going to follow up with them in October. So when October comes, guess what? You have a list ready to go of people that you can start having conversations with, because the goal is every single month to have a new funnel of conversations of people to be talking with. And total timeout, if you tag me that you're on the team call on Instagram or you post about it, tag me in your stories. Okay, guys? Thanks. So you're going to create a column. And I'm going to kind of go off track for a little bit. It kind of goes with the column list. How many of you are using Insta stories on a daily basis, or trying to get in the habit of using Insta stories? I know Emily's on there, Laura, Tatiana, Sarah's on there, Felicia's on there, Kayla. I think I need to follow you. I don't know if you guys have noticed I do this, but I actually have a column. I have 2 columns that I put in my Insta stories, and every time somebody joins as a challenger or a coach, like they commit, I put their name on there. So that way other people see that like people are joining me. So kind of use that too. So when new people join you, you can add them. Have you guys seen me do that with my stories? Yeah. It's a nice way to show people, and it kind of creates like that sense of FOMO, which I'll talk about in a little bit, because people are going to want to be like, oh, well, I want to join. So do that. So on this master list, you're going to put anybody that's shown interest. Pumpkin Spice Shakeology, Lift, 3-day refresh, because I know a lot of you are about to do that. To be mindset coaching. If you've chatted with them and they've shown interest, put them on the list. And I want you to take that list up a notch, and I want you to keep little notes about them. Little touches go a long way. So I've been talking with a lot of moms. That's kind of like my niche right now. So I try to keep track of their kiddos' names, because that goes a long way. So if I'm following up, say Emily wasn't a coach, and I could just be like, hey, Emily, we chatted last month. I just wanted to check in with you. I'm starting a new virtual gym this month. Would you like to join? So that's one message that we probably send most of the time, right, guys? Or be like, hey, Emily, how's Rafe doing? Did you guys have a good September? Did you guys go do anything fun getting ready for the fall? By the way, we chatted last month about my virtual gym. I wanted to see if you were interested this month and if I could give you one of those spots. Which message sounds a little bit better? The one where you're saying their kid's name. You're taking that extra effort and getting to know them. They don't have a kid. They have a cat. They have a fish. They have a bird. They have a dog. Like little things. Are they on a bowling league? Maybe they just went on a trip. Like these little details, they go a long way. It sets you apart from the other person. So Teresa, the new coach that just joined us, she has been hunted down by so many coaches. I actually didn't even invite her. She accidentally clicked on a poll, which we'll talk. Maybe I'll save that story. We're going to save that story, okay? We're going to save that story. Oh,
can I jump in?
Absolutely.
Well, so getting that detail, like the kid's name or whatever, that's really important. So even if they say no, this is why, even if they say no to an invite, you always want to finish your invite, talk about something else, right? So if they're now not interested, oh, okay, whatever, how's work going? Continue the conversation. So right where you don't ghost, because that's what Ashley said, you don't want to ghost them. Try to continue the conversation. Be interested in them. So then, a month from now, go back and talk about whatever it is. Oh, how is your job going? I know we were talking about that last. And that's another way to start the conversation. And then you can, follow up with them, but you're starting it back with whatever you talked about, not just inviting and then they say, no, okay, peace, bye. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. And a great example of this is I actually had somebody that just got married, and she wants to join the team, and in due time she will. And I sent her a message to say, and I just said, hey, congratulations on your wedding. I noted the day that she was getting married. And yes, I was the freak that put it in my phone so that way I could message her the next day and say, congratulations. That little touch goes a very long way. All right. So yeah, perfect what Emily said, because even if somebody says, no, not right now, continuing on with that conversation, they're going to remember you over other people. Okay. All right. My Instagram people, be ready to have your minds blown, because I just learned about this. Emily, I think you'll like this one. Hopefully. I don't know. All right. So do you guys know what Instagram collections are? Do you guys know about Instagram collections? Do you know that you can save posts on Instagram? Okay, so those are Instagram collections. I was like, some people are like, no. Yeah, so those, I'm going to open up my Instagram, and I wish I could show, can I show it on my screen? Let me see if I can log into my Instagram on my screen real quick, guys, okay? What is my husband listening to? Can I? Oh, I can. All right, guys. I'm going to do a screen share with you guys real quick, okay? And I haven't done this yet. I just learned about this. So that's why I want to go over it with you guys. All right. Can you guys see the screen? Yeah. Okay. Ignore what's in my saved. I have somebody that like I hired for my Instagram, and I don't know what's happened, but I think they were accidentally logged into my account. So do not judge by what's in my saved. Okay, guys. So you can click on a post and you can save it. So for example, this is a post. Obviously this is on my computer screen, so this is a little bit different. This little flag right here, guys, you're going to see it on your phones too. You click save. So now that's saved. So what you're going to see, besides all the crazy crap that this person has, ignore all this. Okay, we're going to scroll down. Nope, we're going to keep scrolling. All right, so you see how I have all these quotes? These are saved. These are quotes that other people have posted. So when I need something to post on Instagram, I go to my saves section, and I just quickly grab something that I can post. But within your save section, really, this person's killing me. Crap, you can't see it on here. But if you were on your phone, and you go to your save stuff. Everybody do this with me. We're going to learn this together, okay? Are you guys there? Everybody there? Just, we'll say yes. So you see how there's a plus sign? If you're on Apple, there's like a little plus sign in this corner next to saved. Or it says collections. Do you guys see that? I only see Emily and Laura, so those are the people I'm going off of who find it. So Emily has found it. Laura's like, I have not, but that's okay. Laura, do you have Android or iPhone? Android. I do not know where it is. Heather Shook, do you have Android? Heather, I can't see you. I can only see 3 people on my screen at a time. All right. Heather, do you have Android? Who has an Android phone? Somebody. Anybody. Heather, did you find it? I'm going to unmute you. We're learning together. Why is it not unmuting you, Heather? What the heck?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you find it, Heather?
Okay, where am I going again? Sorry.
You're going to Instagram stories to your saved section so did you find that area on Android to walk Laura or anybody else through it?
Where, into my Instagram stories?
Instagram. So you're going to go to Instagram. It's going to probably be under your profile, and somewhere underneath there, you're going to see saved. Do you see that anywhere?
I see highlight.
It's right. Felicia said, I don't know anything. Oh, you have a Google phone. So Laura, did you see that? It's on saved. And okay, so everybody found it. Okay.
Yeah, it's up in the little corner.
Okay,
I click on my little bars and then it expanded.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'm going to walk everybody through this. So now you're in there. You see collections, guys? So you can save collections, and you can call them whatever you want to call them. I have one that's called Evelyn. So the coach that I learned this from, she had 4 sections. She had one called Future Challengers. She had one called Challengers, one called Coaches, and one called Future Coaches. So what she does is I'm gonna say I'm really interested in Emily joining my team. So I'm going to go to Emily's profile, and I'm going to save one of Emily's posts, and I'm going to add it to the collection of Future Coaches. So when you have little pockets to work your business, you're then going to go to these folders, these collections, and that's how you're going to check in and you're going to connect with these people. So instead of scrolling to find a post, like I'm following 4,500 people. I don't have time to scroll. Like I could probably care less about half the people that are showing up in my Instagram feeds. So what I do instead is I just go to the collection now, which I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to click on that, and then I can go to their profile and comment on their new post. Or if I want to check in on my challenges, I can comment on their new post or cheer on my coaches. Do we understand that? Like, does that make sense, guys? I think it's awesome. I kind of wish I would. Emily, do you like it? Yeah. I thought you would, Emily, because you're more of like an organized person. And this takes away time again from scrolling. Who knows? This could open up time for you.
Well, and God, there's no good way to track on Instagram. No good way. Oh my God. So like this would make a difference because literally I was like going through my IG stories and being like, okay, who do I see all the time that I would love to have on my team? And then I'm like, all right, I have to look and I'm like, have I interacted with them recently? Can I invite them?
And the way that Instagram has changed it is before you could see the last message you sent and now it just says active. I'm like, well, crap, I don't know who to follow up with. Yeah, Kayla's been doing this for a while. I've been like saving posts. Kayla, that came off really funny. Like I meant like, I wish I would have known about this sooner. I've been saving posts, but I never thought to make folders. Like it was like, when I saw this, I was like, this is a freaking genius thing I've ever heard. So if you guys start using this, I want you to post in the team page and I want to hear how it's working for you. And I know sometimes it's hard to track our time, but I want to hear, have you found more time to do different things? Have you found that you're following up with more people now or connecting with more people than you were before by this? And you can come up with all different ones. Like if you want to do like a dog mom folder and like a planner girl, like all these different things of different like people, you totally can do it. So many different options with this. So definitely don't waste a lot of time setting up new collections. Like don't be that person. But this is okay. Next point. I'm glad we had that walk there. Let's talk about Instagram polls. How many of you, go ahead, Emily.
Okay, this is more about when you save the post from that, because I don't save them, like those quotes.
Yeah.
You post that, does it repost it like it was someone else's content or?
I screenshot it and then I just post the quote.
Okay, but it would, if you did just share it, it would like do like a repost. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah. So I just screenshot it and then put it up there. But that's like a great way, guys, too, if you need a quick post or like maybe you like the way someone worded something and you want to use it future on, click and save. It's just like on Facebook. They have that save feature. So it's on Instagram too. All right. How many of you guys, it's like Pinterest for Instagram. Kayla, I love it. Love it, love it. How many of you guys use Instagram polls? I'm an Instagram poll. I love Instagram polls. Okay. Do more of them. Instagram polls are a gold mine. And you're always going to have that person, I accidentally clicked it. Sally, you did not accidentally click it. You told me that for the last 5 times. Like, sorry, but I know you did not. And they're just afraid to tell you that they want to join you. Do more polls. And don't just do fitness polls. Sometimes I see coaches like every single day. Do you want to join my team? Click yes. And it's every single day. Like that gets old really quickly. So I do it with a ton of different things. And I heard again about this on a call. Here's an inside scoop, guys. I listen to other team calls and I take their content and then I talk to you guys because I'm not reinventing the wheel. All right. So this was on another team call. So say you do a post and it has nothing to do with fitness. Like I just put one up, like, where do you prefer to work at home or gym? And it could be like, which outfit do you like better? Or where is your favorite, like, where do you buy your favorite workout clothes and you give them 2 shops? A lot of times we don't message people when it comes to non-inviting polls, right? Like we tend to not do anything about them. This coach messages each of those people. So they've now started a conversation that has nothing to do with Beachbody. Nothing. And she'll just be like, hey, like she did one on like hair extension. She was like, hey girl, thanks so much for like commenting or voting on my poll. Have you used hair extensions before? If so, what's your favorite brand? Because I can't find one that I like. It could be the same thing with workout stuff. And newsflash, you don't even have to care about what you're doing the poll about. Like you have to care, but like, does that make sense? Like it could be totally like maybe you already have your favorite pair of workout leggings, but you want to find out other people. So when I heard about this, I was like, this is a great way to start new conversations with people that has nothing to do with the Beachbody. So that way, when you do invite them later down the road, you've already started a conversation with them. And maybe you're going to find out that you're their kind of person. So back to my story about polls. Teresa, who just joined our team. I had never invited her, and I have a relationship that had nothing to do with Beachbody. She's my headband junkie. The headbands that I constantly live in, that's where I get them from. And we developed a friendship. We talked to each other on like a personal basis. Like we got to know each other really well. I put up a poll about joining my team, and I message every single person that clicks on it. And yes, 9 out of 10 times, I'm sorry, it was an accident. So I've gotten the habit of making them so small so they cannot use that excuse anymore to accidentally click it. And she even said, she goes, you know what? I'm so sorry. It actually was an accident. She's like, I used to be a coach. I can't sign back up until September 6th, and I'm not even sure if I want to. And I was like, oh, that's totally cool. Like, I didn't even know you were a coach. She has been hunted by every coach. She's like, actually, Melanie Mitro, she invited me the other day. She was like, but if I ever join, I want to be on your team because we get along really well and we vibe really well. That's a compliment. First off, that is a huge compliment. And secondly, it's because I messaged her about a poll. And now she's on her team. She joined yesterday. She already had a coach and she already booked her plane ticket to come to the retreat in 2 weeks. Like, yes, that doesn't happen all the time, but that's just an example of messaging people that answer your polls. So use more polls. Do not put yes or no. I repeat, do not put yes or no. The only time I do a yes or a no is if it's like for a Fabletics outfit. Like I do my thumbs up and my thumbs down. That's the only time I use them. Give them options that they want to choose from. So a lot of times if I'll be like, hey, I'll do something like join my team. I want your name on here. And I'll put, yes, I'm interested. Message me more details. So those are my two options. They can't say no. There is no option. And then you message them. But you're asking them exactly what they want. And sometimes people are terrified to message you. Sometimes it's hard to be like, hey, I need help and I don't know how to start. Can you help me? Clicking a poll is a lot easier than making that first conversation. So when they click the poll, what this coach said that she did, and I've done polls, like I do this on a daily basis, but I've never thought about this before. She actually takes a screenshot of the people that answered their polls and she adds them to next month's list. That way next month she already has a list because sorry guys, Instagram's really hard to track sometimes. So that's a great way to do that. So she adds them to her next monthly list. Follow up with these people. Continue to follow up with them. You can star their names too. That's another option. And then again, guys, make sure you're creating polls that aren't just Beachbody and just not fitness. Some options are, and these obviously are fitness and Beachbody, but you can be like, what do you struggle with more? Working out or nutrition? So when they vote, you can then message them. And be like, so for example, I'm going to use Emily as an example. She could be like, hey, I saw that you said you're struggling with nutrition. I'm actually getting ready to get certified in a nutritional course. If you ever want more information, I would love to chat because nutrition is something I struggle with too. Simple. And now you've started a conversation and it's a quick invite. Okay, good. All right. We have 2 more points. Be bold and create FOMO. So what I mean about this is, we've all seen it. And sometimes I don't like doing it, but it like makes sense doing it where you're like, I'm only accepting 10 more people. You know damn well you're accepting more than 10 people. If 11 people told you they wanted to join you, you wouldn't be like, sorry, Sally, you have to wait till next month to start on your health and fitness goals. I'm not helping you this month. You're not going to do that. But when you give it a number, it does kind of create a sense of urgency. And when you're doing your follow-ups, you can be like, hey, if like, so say they said they were ready and they didn't answer you on your first message. So then you're doing a follow-up and you're like, hey, I just wanted to check in with you. If you're not ready, that's totally cool. I understand. But I just wanted to check real quick or see if I should give a spot to another girl that really wants to get started. Again, it creates a sense of urgency. So they can either be like, you know what? Yes, I'm really ready to get started. Or it gives them an easy out to be like, you know what? Now's not a good time. And you can be like, okay, perfect. I will follow up with you next month and we'll get chatted and we'll start chatting next month. So now they're on your monthly list for next month and you kind of created that sense of urgency. And if you're doing your job as a coach and you're sharing what your accountability groups are doing and success stories, people are going to want to join them. You know, people message me like, how can I do a song off Monday? Who knows what song off Monday is? If you're in my virtual gym, you know what song off Monday is. You're like, can I join song off Monday? I'm like, yeah, you can join. But if you join my virtual gym, like we do a song like every single Monday. And yeah, some people are like, can you quit sharing the songs in your, like the week I did my house with Flow Rider, every other story was my house. And I'm sure people were annoyed, but that shows people what we do in my virtual gym and that gets them excited. So you have to share those victories and those success stories and the fun that you're having. Also, let's make a vow that you will never say, raise your right hand, guys, and repeat after me. I will quit saying, let me know when you're ready. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I will quit saying, let me know when you're ready. Chuck, you did not raise your hands. Yeah, We got to quit saying that, guys, because that gives them an easy out. And sometimes it's easy. Be like, you know what? Okay, cool. Just let me know when you're ready. No. All right, I completely understand. It took me a little bit to get started. You're not ready right now. Do you mind if I follow up with you in a month from now? 2 weeks from now? And even if they say no, guess what you're going to do? You're going to follow up with them. And you're going to keep on following up with them. If you don't get a response, you're going to follow up with them next month. Until somebody says, hey, leave me the hell alone, or they block you, you're going to keep following up. Hi, I said no for a year. Remember me? No for an entire year. But she kept following up and she never gave up on me. You have to follow up with people. Invites are awesome, but follow-up is where it's at. And I've heard it from coaches before. They're like, oh my gosh, I hit Success Club this month because I followed up. You got to follow up with people. That's how people know you care. That's how they know that you're in this. That's how they know that they can trust you, that they're just not another sale. And you can't go into it with, all right, I need to hit Success Club this month. How can I get this person to order from me? When you attach numbers to somebody's conversation, to somebody's journey, you lose all sight. And it becomes a chore. It doesn't become fun. It doesn't become rewarding. You lose sight. Yes, Success Club is non-negotiable, but that happens with your follow-ups. That happens with your conversations. That happens with being consistent. That happens with following and doing a program and sharing it beginning to end. I just finished my 6th program in the last 9 months, 10 months, and I have shared every single journey. And that's why I'm at where I'm at. When you're consistent, things happen, but you have to be consistent and you have to do follow-ups. Last stop, guys, or last point. Just because you've hit Success Club 5 and Success Club 10, you do not stop there. On the last day of the month, guys, I was still getting people set up. Yes, I could have been like, you know what? I'm just going to hold these people off for one more day so that way I've got Success Club in the bag next month. You're thinking of you and you're not thinking of other people. How many of us have done that? I know I have, because it's easy. Like, it's easy to be like, crap, I could just lock in Success Club points next month. But you know what happens? Because I've been there, they disappear. So when they were ready to come in on the 30th, and you just didn't answer that conversation, and then you message them on the 1st, and they don't answer you, and they disappear off the face of the earth. Okay, so maybe they weren't ready. But if you would have helped them on that last day of the month, who knows where they would have been. So even if you lock in Success Club, you do not stop there. You keep going and you keep helping more people. Okay? You got to keep going. And if they ignore you this month, guess what? You follow up next month. I literally have conversations with people. It's just me following up with them nonstop. Usually by like the 6th or 7th, if it's like interesting, I'm like, all right, girl, this is the last message you're going to get from me. And then I usually follow up like 2 months later because that's not going to be the last message. You got to follow up with people. All right. End of the story. Like, I know I've said follow up like every single time. Like, if we played a drinking game, like we would be like out of here on energized right now. But follow up is key. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I went over tonight? So you guys have a plan. You know how you're going to follow up. I blew your mind with Instagram collections. You all are going to start using that if you're building on Instagram. If you're not using Instagram stories, you're going to start using Instagram stories. Instagram is where it's at right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it really is. So just stay consistent. And I promise you, if you start the conversations and you have the list and you do the tracking and you do the follow-ups, every single one of you could hit Success Club 5 this month, even if you've never done it before. How amazing would that be if all 9 of us, 10, because Chuck's the 10th, was on this call tonight, and on October 1st, we all had Success Club 5 for the month of September. You can do it. There, don't give me that look. It is in the follow-up game. So my people going to the retreat, y'all better be ready because you ain't leaving that retreat unless you got Success Club locked in. I don't care if you miss your flight. You can make it happen. It's in the follow-ups and it's in being consistent. All right, guys. So my call to action has nothing to do with tonight's call. Okay, maybe it does. The first one is you need to go post about pumpkin spice Shakeology. I don't care if you don't like pumpkin spice. I don't care if you're protesting it. You need to post about it. And I'm going to put up a post in the team page that says share your screenshot here. All right. And if you put it in your Instagram story, it needs to be somewhere else because Instagram stories disappear after 24 hours. So you need to have it in 2 spots at least. Okay. Instagram stories in at least one other spot. And my second call to action is you can either choose to show me how you're tracking your business tomorrow, or if you set up your Instagram collections. If you want to do both, cool. All right. You guys got those call to actions? I know who is on this call tonight. I will track you down and I will find you. All right, get out there, guys. Go do some work. Continue to push through this month. We are not even halfway through. So if you've even tried to tell me you're throwing in the bag, we're going to have a little chat. You are not even halfway through this month. Things can happen. All right, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Good night, guys. Wait, I didn't get a picture. Wait, stop. Everybody stop. Thank you. All right, you ready? Emily, where are you going? This is how I saw Emily. Like, she's like, nope, I'm out of here. She's like, no, I'm getting in. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll tag you guys on Instagram and I'll post it. If you guys want the picture to post in your stories, let me know. All right, you guys have a great night and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Good night, guys.